Hello again, everyone. A brief update on the 2008 Bullitt Mustang that I'm working on. While I'm working on my Mach 5, you may have noticed that I'm working on both at the same time. I kind of like to do that way. I don't get a couple of reasons. If there's some downtime with one model, I have something to do, and also I don't get too bored with working on any one model. Just one quick note about the directions. Like I mentioned last time, for a car model, there are a lot of pieces. This is 105 plus is what it says on the box. There are parts for a couple of different versions. So if you're wanting to make like a regular 08 GT, you can do that. You'll notice on the directions, and this just may be something that Revell puts on every model, but the exclamation point is supposed to stand for alternative assembly. But as I'm looking through, as I was looking ahead in particular, of course, now I can't find it. Sorry about that. It was oh, here we go. So I'm looking ahead. I'm looking in particular at the grill. There's two grills, one with a pony, which would obviously be incorrect for a Bullitt Mustang, and then there's the one that I'm going to use. But as you can see, no exclamation points. And then there's, again, as I'm looking through, there's a couple other places where that happens. Just be careful if you're building this, which part you're using. Make sure you're using the part that you really want to use. Progress since last time, I've taken a lot of things and primed them because they don't need any other things glued to them. I mentioned the seats last time. And the seat backs, like a lot of models, glue onto the seat fronts. And I can still see a little divot in there, but I may not worry about that too much. But the seat backs weren't really fitting really perfectly well. So I had to fill and sand, and now they're primed. And they are looking pretty good, I think. The rest of the work that I've been doing is on the engine. There's the engine block, pretty standard. Don't have a front on yet because that's going to be painted different colors. This one, I'm going to be painting it a reasonable version of Ford Blue, like they used to do back in the 60s, because I thought that would be funny. And again, to me, when you're working on models, everything is personal preference. So we're going to have a blue engine block. Here we have, now these parts are already painted. These are your valve covers, and they're already painted chrome. Those parts are already chrome, haven't painted. This is like the brake cylinder there. Other parts are just primed. This is not the intake manifold, but the air plenum. Got the oil filter there with the blue on the end where it's going to be Ford Blue. I did want to mention the exhaust manifolds. Now, as I was going to paint these, I was noticing that there is, and I don't know how close I can get without losing focus. If you look, in between, there's extra plastic molded in there. Now, we all understand why they had to do that, to make it so that it's something they can mold. However, you can take very small files and file out a bit of that extra plastic. Now, whether this is worth it to you or not, because clearly the exhaust manifolds are not something that's going to be easily visible on your model, whether you take the time to do that or not is entirely up to you, but I thought it would look kind of cool, so I did that on this one. Probably go ahead on this one. I left it like this. so that I could show the difference. So here it is with the extra plastic. It's a little more easily visible on this side. And then here it is where I've taken some of that plastic out. You know, again, just a little detail that, you know, I think all of us have been there. Nobody but me is going to even know about it, but do it anyway. Makes us feel good. Again, modeling should be all personal preference. Anyway, that's where we are right now. Another update in a couple weeks. Until then, happy modeling.